Vision. She's, I don't know, 1960s or so. This is strictly a UHF only tuner. Before the VHF stuff really got mandated, so it's pre 64 from what I'm reading. Everything after 64 is mandated to have the low and the high frequency. There's a video on the channel as to what this is doing. You turn it on, and it makes a loud screeching noise, and then it makes an even more annoying noise. It sounds like a whale cry, and someone said it might be high voltage. I don't know. We're going to try and take this thing apart, see if we got anything loose in there. It looks like it's a bunch of bolts across the back here, and then there's a couple on the bottom, and then this whole front piece should lift away. It looks like there's a crack here, and the seam goes around the front. So we should just be able to take all those out and pull this out. Look at that seam, got a big chrome handle on it. So we're going to give that a try, and if it doesn't work, then I don't know. I can't find a whole lot of info. I'm hoping there's like a schematic inside. Just give me some hints, because I cannot find any info on what this TV actually is. Then I'm going to lean it forward first, and we're going to try and take the bottom screws out. That's why I have that jacket there, so I don't hurt my CRT. Now, this is probably a high hour unit. The place I got this from, I got this at an auction for basically nothing. But I imagine it's a high hour unit because the people that owned it didn't really throw anything away, and they would use it probably till point of failure, which could be what happened here. It probably just failed. But the only other TV they had in the house at the sale was something from, I don't know, one of those big wooden consoles from probably the 80s or so. And then they had a later model flat screen TV from, I don't know, late 2000s. It was getting the where it still had kind of a bezel around it, so it's probably like a 2008 TV, something like that. So we've got our two screws down here out. Nothing else looks. We're missing a knob for the feet on the bottom. Put this back, and we're just going to take out everything we see. I've got this little drawer in this table. Pop these out and see if we can rock this. They all look like they're the same size. Just hope we don't break anything. This plastic's from the 60s. And, it's kind of brittle. Old and brittle. I think I gotta take that off to, power cable maybe. Not total again. Look at the title of the stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. There's like plastic in this screw. I already loosened a couple of these hand tight, but there's like plastic wrapped around this one. I don't know why. Hoping that maybe there's just a loose connection or something, because this was upstairs and who knows how much it got moved around. And I took it downstairs, so it got shook around there. It got transferred from one vehicle to another vehicle, back to another vehicle, and then here. So it's kind of been shook around a lot. I'm just kind of hoping that maybe something got shook loose and we just don't have a good connection. Let's see what that does. Oh, well, it's kind of, you know, kind of doing what I want. Let me here, make sure I don't have something else holding this. It looks pretty promising to be. I don't want to break it. There we go. Okay. Old plastic. Imagine it wouldn't take much to crack it, damage it. I really like the look of this TV. I'm trying not to hurt it. Might be missing something over here, maybe. This side seems to be coming apart. Alright, there's like tabs. Oh, there it goes, okay. Oops. Okay. Power cable came undone. Okay. Looks like the whole back's coming off. Alright. And we're in. Hey, we do have a basic schematic on the back here. Good. Does that tell me what model we're looking at? Picture tube. 19 AZP4. Yeah. I was kind of hoping it would have a, well, it doesn't really have a, what you call it. I could have left that one thing plugged in. That one screw I didn't have to undo. Alright, we'll put that down out of the way and see what's going on in here. Might not get anywhere with this, but we're at least going to have a little look. Also, the fact that there's nothing, please be careful. Vacuum tubes, yes. Yes, vacuum tubes. We're going to, dang it, where did I put that light? I do have that light, I guess. Where my work light went, but I don't know what this guy's got. Okay. We've got our tuner up here. Honestly, this thing's not super dirty. Transformer. I'm just looking to see if anything's jumping out at me like, you know, something loose. Ooh, that's very wobbly. Well, that guy there's pretty loosey-goosey. Vacuum tube or big. I don't know enough about this to. Looks like they're all General Electric tubes. No, this one's been replaced. Nope, that's G. Okay, never mind. Because we weren't getting the picture and we had a high pitch. just not totally sure. I don't know, nothing looks super. Nothing looks super bad. Pop this off and have a look in there. There's a couple tubes there. Again, no clue what I'm doing. We're just having a look around, make sure nothing got. We got one tube that looks a little loose. Let's see if anything in here sticks out at us. Always throw the shields back on. We haven't gone and done anything real dumb yet. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. That tube looks very, almost hazy inside. Don't want to touch any of this while it's plugged in, that's for sure. Well, I guess I could bring you guys in here, you guys could have a closer look. It's kind of hoping for a it's kind of hoping for a dang number or something, you know, that I could find a schematic or something for, but not a whole lot of info on this. All right, I'll get you guys in here. Time change messed me up. Well, I worked through it. It kind of stinks to what? Well, we go. We went from 1 to 2 back to 1. I just took my lunch around that time. Here is everything we're looking at. Video detector. I just don't know enough about this. This guy looks kind of, I don't know. Reminds me of an organ you used to have. It's got a lot going on in a small space. I mean, that high-pitched whine almost sounds like it's coming out of one of these tubes, so it's got me wondering if it's something to do with the high voltage there. I don't know. This thing's been off all night, so kind of had a chance to. A fuse? Oh, it looks like a fuse. Maybe it's not. I don't know what that's supposed to be. No wire coming off the back of it. Not totally sure what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. Cap almost looks like a fuse, but I guess it's not. Bus, 250 volt. Yeah, bus, it's got to be a fuse. maybe at a... I wonder what that would push up against. You know, it's got to hit on something. Something back here for it to push on? No. It'd be like right up around here or so. What does this say? For technical information, refer to LW Chassis Service Manual. LW Chassis. Okay, that's something. Converter. Rectifier, dampener. Horizontal output. What about vertical? I was reading something. It could be a vertical output. Locked audio, video, audio. That seems like it's this guy, right? Because we got 3 here, 3 there. So that must be an audio output. This super loose guy. So what are you? 6CU5. Yeah, 6CU5. Okay. Put that back in there the correct way. Try to. Oh, it goes one way. I don't have any contact cleaner or anything, so I'm not really set up to work on these. It's new. So that's video amplifier, vertical, horizontal output. So that's this big guy down here. Did you just get it yesterday? Yeah, I just picked this up yesterday. It was at a auction. I didn't even bid on this. It was something that didn't get any bids on, and I kind of understand why. I bet it's probably got something to do with this tube, because it's not wanting to wake up. Let's see here. Big transformer. We might just close that door up. I don't have any real test equipment. I don't have a way to test this tube out. Ooh, is that cracked? That'd be the yoke, right? That looks like a big crack right there. That's probably not good for it. Okay. That might be a game. I don't know if that would have any effect on it or not, but I would think we'd get some sort of picture. We're missing the wire. See one not plugged in. Be careful with that. I don't want to neck the thing. I still don't know about this fuse to nowhere. I feel like that should have an end with the going out somewhere. Need a schematic, like more of a 3 amp fuse, fast action. Maybe it just grounds to itself right there to the chassis, because the wire is going. Maybe it just comes up and that's the other side of it. Okay. Well, shoot. I decided throwing some power to it and see what it does since we moved some stuff around. I don't know what else to do. I have no way of testing anything, and take this little bracket out. I might need both hands or a screwdriver. pop that out so I can plug it into there. One sec. Because it's kind of a pain to get in and out of. I'm gonna put some gloves on too before I go poking around in here. What the heck was that? Let's see here. I got a little pick, screwdriver, something. That might work. Slide that off there. Could just slide off there, but I ain't wanting to. Dang little clip. I get why it's on there. Well, you can't get that little clip off there. Holds the back on. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think they want you doing that. Do I have anything that would clip on there? No, I can't get that off there. Might have to hold on a minute while I run and grab something. Dang it, I don't think I have any. What do I have? Video maybe on this. I can't remember how this guy is. He's got a big double plug on it. Yeah, it's got one. Okay, I can steal it off this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I pulled this off something else. It should just go onto the prongs. Yep, goes right onto the prongs, okay. I'm gonna throw a pair of rubber gloves on just in case I mess up and touch something I don't wanna touch. I'm not planning on touching anything, but just an extra layer of safety. So I'm not putting the whole case back on just to take it off. It might break something there. And it looks like it's set up to where you can test it like this. So here goes nothing. No. Well, you gonna wake up? Still plugged in grab the right cord, right? Now I grabbed the wrong cord. It's this cord. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing, huh? That was the wrong extension cord. There it goes. Yeah. We're getting the same. we're getting the same noises we were before. Okay, yeah, it's not coming out of the speaker. So it's something more major than just a loose tube or anything. Might shut the lights off and watch the tubes. Is that an old TV? Yes, it is. It's an old 1960s General Electric TV. I know nothing really about this, and we're just messing around to see if we can poke our way into finding something that's wrong, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping to get this thing working, but it might have some major issues. I'm going to shut the lights off and we'll watch the tubes heat up. See if there's anything that's see if there's anything that jumps out at us. Like maybe one's we got something, I don't know, something not heating up like it should be. Well, I've got glow, glow, glow. There's a bit of glow there. Man, I even got a glow out of the, I have a slow glow out of the tube. Man, I just wish you'd wake up. Wonder if that guy down there is doing anything. Yeah, it's definitely whatever. I think it's this big tube down here. Because we're getting some glow out of the main tube. Everything over here looks like it's lighting up. Even this guy that's I thought was a little loose. You guys see any of that? And all that noise is coming right there off that. Like it's getting it's trying, but it can't put it out. Okay. So what does that tell us? I'm guessing this tube might be junk. I'm hoping that it might be that tube's junk and we just need to find a replacement for it. I'm not against buying a replacement part. Watched one like that. It's shot. It might be shot. It might be shot. Everything else seems to glow okay. Man, I do not have any test equipment for really messing with this. I just thought it'd be neat to I gave $5 for it. I figure, well, what do we have to lose other than poke around a little bit? Because it's neat. I've got this whole stand for it too. It sits on. It looks really cool. An old black and white General Electric. Fragile glass picture tube is dangerous. Refer to servicing. But I bet it's this guy. I bet it's this guy, which is a what? I could turn the lights back on, but I gotta walk all the way over there. An IK3 high voltage rectifier. It's the only thing that's not making any lights. Like everything else is lit up everywhere. And that just shows no signs of life. So either something to it is messed up or the tube itself is burnt out. Considering it's high voltage, it's probably the tube's burnt out. And all the squealing sounds like it's coming from right there. So, and that looks good. I bet that tube's shot. Shame about that crack, though. All right, well, this was a thing. We kind of explored around a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find that tube and maybe see about ordering one. And see, I'll throw this back together. We'll set it in the corner and wait around. And if I can get a tube found, we'll pull it back apart and give it a try and see if that's our problem. And if not, well, I don't know. This might become a winter project. I would like to get it working. I really like the way it looks. It's a neat looking TV, and I can't find any info online about it, which is another reason I kind of like it, because it's like, it's an oddball, and I love oddball stuff, but the only downside to oddball stuff is you get it, and information is few and far between. What we got? LW3. I don't know if that's anything useful. Yeah. I guess we could poke the bear a little bit and wiggle that tube around some, but not while she's on and plugged in. What do I have with a wood handle on it? Are you still burning? No, we ran out of diesel. Okay. I thought you went out. Oops. Hold on. Anyway, what do I have? Wood handle screwdriver. Poke around with. I just don't want to get zapped. And we're going to unplug it. Just make me feel better. We'll just wiggle around a little bit. It could be bad connection, but I bet the tube's shot, because look at how, even the dirt on it, it's dirty, but it looks not good on the inside either. Something about it doesn't look good. Okay, plug that in. Yeah. Seems like the volume control is not even doing anything. Yeah, we got 0 life on the screen. Yeah. But we do have the filaments lighting up. Yeah, I think that tube's shot. Okay, all right. that's where we're at. I'm going to look that up. We'll see about ordering one, and we'll throw the parts. We'll throw the parts cannon at it. As long as that tube's not like, $50 for a tube. I don't know how stupid expensive that would be. But look at that. It's even got the cart with it. Little wheels on it. Everything sits on there. But yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and throw this thing back together. Not much of a stream. We didn't accomplish a whole lot, but we may have figured. The rest of it looks, it looks pretty clean. I was wanting to bring this in the house and just kind of set it up as not really use it a whole lot. Maybe if I'm live streaming, have it run in the background for playing games or something. Might be kind of a neat background feature, but we could have like old commercials or something playing on it. But everything looks pretty good. I figure I'd at least make some videos with it because there's not much info on this thing. But, okay, so that was a what? I don't know if I can get out of this and into. Hold on. Keep the stream going and leave on my phone and see if we can look up how much one of these guys would run. We beat on them. Yeah, I don't want to beat on it too much. So this is a IK3 rectifier, high voltage rectifier. I don't know if I can hop out. I lost you guys. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Dang it. I need another computer out here. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. I will be back in a sec. Well, good news, everyone. I found some new old stock for $5 to $10, which is good because the other ones I was seeing, it was like a guaranteed worker was around $100. So it's either going to be super expensive or, $5, $10. So I'm going to go ahead, find one, order one, and we'll go ahead and see about that. Oh, I see people joining back in. Sorry about that. Give it one more minute. I'll go over that again because we're getting people in. But basically, I took a second, looked up this IK3 tube. Seems like I can get one for about $5-ish, $5 to $10. So I'm going to go ahead and order one. It looks like it varies on condition, but like a new old stock one looks like it's about $5 to $10. So we're going to go ahead and order that. I'm going to throw this back together, and we should, we could at least try it and see. But when that comes in, so yeah, I'm just going to reassemble this guy. Put you guys back up there. I guess we can film that. See how these antennas are? You just got these tubes that these sit down in. They pull out, the whole thing does, and then it'll pivot around. But it's just two wires that come down around, and then you'd screw it into your back there. But for anyone joining, this is a 1960s pre-64 because it's just a UHF. Is that UHF 1 or 2 through 13 channel. It doesn't have the high end. You couldn't get to channel 55 or anything. So I'm saying pre-64 because while I'm reading online in 63, 64, they started mandating, I guess the government started mandating that all TVs just had to have all of them, so they had the full range when you bought one. Ooh, that front's... No, it's just forward a bit. Okay. Anyway, I'll throw you up on the stand. We'll get this thing reassembled, and I think we'll call this a stream. We'll find out if I mess up this warranty. Refer to instruction book. I'd love to have the instruction book for this, but I don't see a good LW chassis service manual. That might be my best. I forgot it is. No. No. All right. Throw you back up in the stand. We'll get this reassembled real quick. Trying not to destroy it. I really like it. I'd rather not mess around with it till I don't want to burn anything out. Because it looks like the tube is trying to, at least on the back half of this, it is trying to light up. It's just not getting high voltage here. Which kind of makes sense for what we're having, for what's going on. I think I took a couple screws out. I didn't really need to either. Yeah, out of here. Close our little door up. Okay. I might take this glove off. You know, if that didn't lit up at all, I wouldn't think it was an issue. But it not lighting up at all just has me thinking, maybe the tube just went out. I think that was everything for this. Okay. Now comes the hard part. We got to try and get this case back on here without dropping it, destroying it. Right in there. Get it lined back up without hurting anything. This really is the hard part. Let's see here, because it's got clips on the inside here that have to line into the holes on this as well. There it goes down around the bottom. Oh well, it's not so hard to. Maybe it's just because it has. Maybe it's never been apart before. 'Cause all those tubes look original to it. I don't think I saw anything that wasn't GE at least. That doesn't mean anything. It could be replaced with, you know, the correct parts, but it's possible this thing just died and they never serviced it either. Just said, kind of good around. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Did that line up and plug in? I don't think so. Did we just hear the pins off? Maybe. Ooh. We could have. Hopefully not. That is something I feel like I could fix if we did. Okay, we're gonna throw on that towel there, or jacket. Here we are lined up. Pin-wise, I hope. Man, no, not perfectly aligned. It's close. Man. Well, that's close enough for me, I guess. Everything else lines up okay. All right. It seems to be, I guess we could plug that in and find out if it's making good connections. I really can't tell. No, I'm not liking that. That's not quite right. Oh, what fun. She's close, but not quite. Yeah, I don't think that's lined up quite right. Huh. Okay. Let's try getting. There we go. That seems a lot better. Such exciting filming, isn't it? What an exciting live stream. There we go. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to try and get that lined up first. Everything else kind of falls into place. That's pretty good. This is, yeah, that's pretty doable. Methinks it's a little off yet. It's just a little off. That's not super off. Okay. Should fall into place pretty good now. Put all the screws back in. Hopefully we don't have any left over. We got quite a few. One up here. We'll say ease of disassembly, reassembly, not too bad for the case. The plastic feels good enough, you know. It's not super rickety. It doesn't feel like it's going to actively fall apart on me, which is a plus. Okay, we got one more hole, one more screw. Oops. This came kind of apart. Oh, shoot. Came misaligned on this side, just at the very bottom. Just a little bit. Super off. No. Oh, we missed one. On this side, the bottom clip did not engage. Dang it, we almost had it. Might be able to just take the center. Take this guy out, this guy out. Pull it apart and pop it where it needs to be, maybe. It's almost there. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, not lined up. That lined up. Okay. Now all our screws are back in. Alrighty. Cool? Cool beans? I guess we can plug it in and see. Make sure we got our cable and everything. Did we make it worse? Is it going to do the same thing? I do wish the volume would act like it was going to do something on the speaker. No, it's actually doing something on the speaker. Okay. So now the speaker is trying to do something. It does. It's just such a strong hum down here that you can't hear it up there. Okay, that's going to do it for this little video on this. I'll go ahead and throw it back on its stand, I guess. Does have a nice convenient carry handle on top. She's still pretty heavy for something that it was expecting me to lug around. Got a little weight to it. It just sits down in this. And this is why I like this TV. Just look at the way it looks in the stand. What's the model number? We're fixing a vintage TV. Well, we're trying. We have an idea as to what's wrong with it. We're going to need a new tube in the where the high oh shoot, dang it! I'm forgetting what it was already. I've got it on my Google, so I'm going to order one, and we're going to see about replacing it. But you know, just you pop that out, and you got your nice big rabbit ears like. That's just a neat look, I think, for a TV. What's the model number? See, that's the problem. I'm not totally sure. It's got this number underneath, and I tried Googling it, and I couldn't find this exact. It is a M20 or 204 WEB. M204 WEB. I found a WEB1. But I think that's like a revision of this. And we got a little crack there. Chip there, crack there. It's not too bad though. Yeah. So I don't know. I think I know what we need. We're gonna order a tube for it. We'll throw that at it and see what we get. I don't know when that'll come in and when I'll get back to this, but like, subscribe for more. Sorry this video didn't really go anywhere. Maybe if someone else is working on one of these, they'll at least have kind of an idea of how it comes apart. You just kind of take all the screws out and pivot it out and pull up kind of deal. Not super difficult to get into at least, but yeah. Put the antenna back in so we don't break it. I need to loop that a little bit, I guess. These things do love to be snapped off. Ooh. Okay. All right, back in their home. Okay, so that'll do it. I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like and subscribe for more. We're always trying to piddle with something. And this is something I don't know anything. I don't know a whole lot about them, and I don't have all the test equipment. I know there's tube testers and CRT testers and all sorts of spots you can put a multimeter. I don't even have a good schematic for this as to what voltages should be. So that's another thing. If anyone's got any info on it, leave it below. I'd say pre-64 because it just has a UHF, no VHF on it. And yeah. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like and subscribe for more, and have yourselves a great day, everyone.